Hi students! I just wanted to take a minute and introduce myself. We're going to be spending a lot of hours listening to my voice on these recordings over the next few months, and I think it's really important to take a moment and then let you get to know me a little bit better. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself personally as well as professionally. On a personal level, I've always lived in British Columbia. I love the North. I am an outdoors girl at heart. I live here because it's affordable. There's lots of room for advancement in our industry. I was given my first general manager position at the age of 26. I have excelled in this industry because I worked really hard, and Prince George has been my home for over 20 years. I also have a family, so I've got two teenage daughters. One is almost 16, learning to drive in a few months, and I have another 14-year-old daughter. They keep me very, very busy. I will reference them throughout the 4 semesters that I teach in this program, so I imagine you'll get to know a little bit about me, as well as I am married. And I have 3 dogs, and they do sometimes snore during my recording sessions. I have 2 larger dogs and 1 smaller dog named Stella, Roscoe, and Zoe. What else can I tell you about me? I like to, I do lots of snowshoeing right now and lots of outdoor classic skiing, downhill skiing, ice skating, basically anything that makes winter fun. And in the summer, I really would call myself an avid fisherman. I love to fish. I like to fly fish as well as spin cast. Most of my free time is spent outdoors and exploring all the beautiful parts of British Columbia. I really hope you all get the opportunity to do that as well. And professionally, I never thought I would be a teacher. I have years of experience in hotel operations. I have been the general manager of a few hotels, and I've been the regional manager of the same company that I kept moving up with, which is West Coast Hospitality. And then I was the vice president of operations for a few years, and I oversaw multiple hotels, restaurants. I think there was, under my direct supervision, was 3 hotels, I think 4 restaurants, and a casino. So a bit of a wide variety of things in the hospitality industry. I've also owned my own ecotourism business. I had a trail riding business where I took out people on guided horseback tours. I also had a resort of my own, which had RV spots, camping spots, cabins, and a banquet space where I could host weddings, which was a lot of fun. It actually would be something I'd pursue again. But at that time in my life, I was getting divorced, and that business did not survive that part of my life, unfortunately, but it was a really great experience. Being an entrepreneur runs in my family. My mom and my dad both had owned and operated their own businesses at multiple times. So like many of my students actually that are at CNC, I find many of them come from entrepreneurial backgrounds of parents owning and operating their own businesses. And that leaves an impact on you. And for me, it has always stuck with me. I always knew I would eventually run my own business of some sort. So right now I actually do have a consulting company. It's called Northern Connections Consulting. I do that aside from teaching. So when I'm not teaching in the summer months, I do some business consulting for small businesses, as I have a lot of passion for those small business operations in Northern BC, in that entrepreneurial spirit. So that's me professionally. I have been teaching for, I think, 4 years at the college. When this program was started to be offered at the College of New Caledonia, I started teaching. I taught in both the business program as well as the tourism and hotel management program. So I've really enjoyed that experience. It's not something I pursued. I went to school. I have my civil structural technologist degree. So I did civil structural engineering and design for about 6 years right out of college and university. And then I pursued a career in hospitality, and I have never looked back. I did take my master's degree in business administration. at the university here at UNBC here in Prince George, and that kind of complemented those business skills. So much like yourself, many of you might be coming from different backgrounds, educational backgrounds, but here you are pursuing tourism hospitality management here in British Columbia, hoping you come here. If you're not already located in Prince George, I hope that you make your way here in the near future. But if you want to take a quick look to reference any of that I quickly, like Cole's notes, let you know about me, you can always head over to my Moodle profile. I'm going to be asking in your week 1 tasks, asking you to build a Moodle profile so that your students can get to know a little bit or reference a bit about you. We're also going to be doing an introductory video, which is a little more polished than this one, in week 1 and 2, which you'll see some examples in the online activity number 1. So that's a little bit about me. I think it's hard when we're online, but it's important to try to make that connection via technology, which is about this course. How do we engage and use technology within our industry? So we're going to get to experience it being online, and stretch ourselves a little bit with things like pre-recorded videos. So I look forward to meeting all of you virtually, and then maybe next semester in person, hopefully, fingers crossed, here at the College of New Caledonia. So welcome to the program, and do take a minute to review my Moodle profile to get a few more details about some of my career path, as well as I encourage you to get some ideas on how to build your own Moodle profile for your peers. See you soon.